morning, everybody. So, today as I pick up the camera, again, I'm not quite sure what I want to speak of, as I know the message does not come from me, but I do know that it comes through me. And so every time I let it happen, it always seems to be the most perfect message for all involved. I woke up this morning and I opened up the Course, and I turned to the page, The Healed Healer. And thus, when I read through the beginning paragraphs, it's referencing the importance of us healing our own selves, our own minds first. We all have our own perception in which we see the world. And thus the key is to heal our own perceptions of these misperceptions so that we may see truly. Once we start to do the work within our own minds, we recognize that we're not trying to fix out there. We're not trying to fix people. If people are sick, it is because of, a thought that they have accepted within their mind, within their own misperceptions. So the only way that we may heal and help to heal is by healing our own mind. We must remember that the cause is within the mind and the effect is of the body. Right? So if we're trying to lay our hands on someone and heal them, if we're trying to direct them through some sort of healing modality, if we're trying to relate to them some ways in which they can shift their own mind, their own thinking through doing mantras or affirmations or visualizations or any of this stuff, that literally is just a means to, I don't know. I don't even know what it is anymore. That's how I used to do it. I used to be a life coach, hypnotist, Reiki healer, all of that stuff. And, hypnosis is a powerful tool. It is. There's, few things in this world that are powerful tools. And I really found that dealing with hypnosis, we saw and experienced lots of changes with one another because we were dealing with the mind, right? But if we are using any of these means that are not having to do with becoming aware of and letting go of that which no longer serves us within our own thought process, then we're dealing with the effect. We're like moving around effect, and it is, we do get to a point where we can feel the energetic shifts and releases and stuff like that, but it's not true healing. True healing is in our own perception. And we know that we have embraced healing for ourselves when we recognize that healing is unnecessary because this actual world in which we are living does not exist. That this literally is just a dream, right? I enjoy myself here. I'm laughing and playful and happy and loving and giving unconditionally to this world, But the way in which I have been able to see this world as it really is has been by healing my own perception of it. So no longer do I take it so seriously. No longer do I get caught up in the drama of it all, right? No longer do I have to try so hard. No longer do I have to try to be this healer and fix someone or heal someone or do something. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that because it's unnecessary. It literally is like what we teach, we learn. So if we're teaching to heal the body through effect, then we're learning the same thing. And thus we're not learning anything because effect is effect. You can't heal effect with effect. You can't heal ego with ego. It's impossible. It is impossible. The only thing that will heal us is by recognizing that we don't know how to heal. I don't know how to heal. You don't know how to heal. He doesn't know how to heal. No one knows how to heal. Okay? The only one who knows how to heal is the Holy Spirit within us. And each of us have that. Each of us have that. So if I choose to be a healer, then I must communicate to the Holy Spirit in my partner, whoever I'm with's mind, right? So that I may support the healer in their mind. But I'm not taking place with the healer. They already have their healer. I trust their healer wholeheartedly because their healer is of God, as mine is, and as I've experienced mine to be so, right? Thus, when I allow myself to step back and be like, okay, I don't know how to heal. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know, what this person's supposed to do, but I know something within me does, so please tell me. Then I open up to the message in which I'm supposed to bring. I open up to whatever it is that we're supposed to talk about. I open up to helping them to navigate through their own consciousness so they can get to the pinpoint where they have entangled themselves in this Rubik's Cube. Right? Our ego mind is a Rubik's Cube. And it literally is twisted and contorted and screwed up, right, by all of the beliefs and the values and the judgments and the opinions and the rights and the wrongs and the ideas and the goals and all this bullshit that is so unnecessary and literally just clouds our mind. We don't know what we want. We don't know what our part is here. We don't know what our goals are. We don't know who we are, so stop pretending you do. We must heal our own minds first, and the only way we heal our own minds is by recognizing that the Holy Spirit is within us. We must listen to that voice, not listen to our thinking mind. So every time we go throughout our days, we must be conscious, who am I listening to? Am I listening to my own ego, which will tell me all these ways in which I am my body, and I must take care of my body, and I must be focused on getting a job, and I must be focused on making money, and I must be focused on, doing all these things? Is that who I'm going to listen to? Really? By keeping myself, connected with this dream world, believing that it is real, and thus taking it so personally and becoming hurt, and, feeling we need relationships to fulfill that hurt, and feeling we need all these different things to fulfill that void in which we are sensing within ourselves, but fail to go inside where the actual wholeness is, that nothing is lacking, that we are completely perfect and whole, made in the image and likeness of our Creator, and thus can create and be like Him. And what that means is we are perfect, okay? It's not a state in which we need to reach. It's not, anything other than a remembrance of who we really are. And this remembrance comes from us giving our whole life to remembering. I want to know who I am, and I want to live in perfect happiness beyond anything else. Right? And once we accept that for ourselves, then we literally become tuned into abundance. We become tuned into healing. We become tuned into all of these things, right? Because it's who we are. No longer are we in our thinking mind playing off all these things in which we think that we should do and where we should go and how we should do this and all of this shit. We literally just rest. Okay, I need to do nothing because I don't know what I'm doing, right? And then as we are presented with the people in our lives, which we will be, that is how we learn. And then we teach what we want to learn. So we must be open with everybody. I'm here learning as much as you are. The teacher's within me as the teacher's within you. So let's listen and learn with one another. And we become vessels. And we become open for communication. And that's how I'm able to share this with all of you guys. This information doesn't come from my thinking mind. It doesn't come from my thinking mind. Right? It comes from my true self, and I'm always learning. I don't know everything, and I'm really, really learning how to be more precise with my words. I'm really learning how to navigate through the ego mind so I can bypass it and go to the spirit within, the light within, right? To communicate only to the Holy Spirit, right? This is a constant, lifelong experience. We will all have our own experiences of awakening. We will all have our own experiences of what some may call the dark night of the soul. We all might have our experiences of true reality, where we are seeing truly. But then it's also very easy to get caught in that. It's very easy to get caught in that and think that we know because of that one experience. But we don't know. We never know. That experience is given a glimpse of our knowing, right? But then we still must recognize that I am merely just a vessel. My body means nothing. Tom and I were talking about this last night, and how all the cells and the atoms and the molecules of our being aren't even really here. And literally all it is just a connection of atoms that are vibrating so quickly that they're vibrating off of one another so quickly, just like, when your hand goes like this and you can barely see it. So much more quicker than that we can't see it at all, is how everything is working with one another, that nothing actually exists, that this is literally from our own ideas in our mind extended outward, and that's how it first came to be, right? So when we change the thoughts within the mind, everything outside changes, right? So it's the same thing with the body. The body is outside. This is a vessel. This is a part of this world of form. This is a part of this 3D consciousness that does not exist. The only thing that exists is the eternal. The only thing that exists is the changeless. The only thing that exists is that which God has created. And He created us as souls. He didn't create this world. We created this world. We created this body. We created this friggin' crazy ego, insane mind that will do anything to keep us trapped and to stay stagnant where we are. So that no matter what, maybe our ego's not getting ruffled like it used to. Maybe we're not getting as pissed off or upset or as bedridden or whatever as we used to, right? And we proclaim to be in peace, and we proclaim to be happy, and we proclaim to be all these things. But in all reality, we have no idea, until we're actually there. Until we've actually shifted consciousnesses into that of love. And then it's a completely different state. You're seeing through the eyes of Christ instead of the eyes of the body. You're seeing things how they really are instead of how they think they are. And then it's no more gimmicks. It's no more like, come back to this now moment. It's no like, you have to be in the state of being in peace in order to be anywhere. It's, if you try and heal suffering and you're on this path to heal suffering, then that's not the way to do it. You must be here, right now, and, just accept what is. Just accept what is, right? Like, this stuff is nuts because, you're literally jumping over the corrective agent. You're literally jumping over how we heal our mind. And the way we heal our mind is, yes, resting right here, right now, but recognizing that we don't know how to heal, recognizing we don't know how to get out of suffering, recognizing we don't know any of this, but there's something within us that knows, and be open and willing to learn. And that's how we have these continual experiences of unraveling the insane ego mind. Because the Holy Spirit knows how to navigate. We don't. Me as Brittany, as body, as healer, has no idea. Has no idea. Right? But I know that God in me knows. So if I give the healing and the knowing to Him, it happens. And I watch it happen, and I experience it happen. And it's miraculous, because that's what it is. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. And I don't want anybody else in this whole world to suffer or to accept anything less than what you deserve, which is perfection, which is what God has given us to be, right? We don't necessarily have to use these words of God and Jesus and salvation and all these things in which I use, right? But the only reason I use it is because it's comfortable for me, and it has been, taught to me through A Course in Miracles. But it doesn't have to be these words. But it is a recognition of the God in another brother. It is the recognition of, the Spirit in another brother. And I can easily see when I speak to somebody else what part of them is speaking. And I know for me, when I speak to them, I only want to speak to Spirit in them. So I bring that out. Right? And then we have a communication of equality, of unity, right? Of oneness. That's true oneness, when our one mind is talking to one another. Not when our split mind is trying to heal and trying to tell the other people what they think they need to hear so they get in this enlightened, happy, peaceful state. Like I've said many times, it's not a happy, peaceful state. It is a being. It is all the time. It's not sometimes. It's all the time. It's constant stability. It's constant perfect knowledge, all knowledge, because we know nothing until we are one with God, until we accept our one mind with God. And that is the forgiveness. That is the miracle. That is the salvation. And as we heal our minds, we heal the world. Because that's all this world needs. Is someone to wake up and remind us. And Jesus did that, but his message got very distorted, because of all the egos who perceived it and interpreted it the way that they thought, right? So it's not about being Christian, like being Christian or Catholic or following Christianity. It's about being Christ-like. Being Christ-like. Right? We have Christ mind within us. We must ask to see through that. We must ask to teach through that. We must ask to be that. Remember that, and allow healing to happen within us. Right? That's it. Just letting go, surrendering, and letting it happen. It's a beautiful experience that we all can share together with one another. And this is what this world needs. True healing. True healing. But we must heal our minds first. So I like to say this before I go to bed, or at least I used to. Now it's different things, but I used to say this. I used to be like, Spirit, I do not know how to heal, but I know you do. I am the student. You are the teacher. Please, teach me. And I'd rest. And I'd rest. And I know that the answers will come to my prayers. I know that I will be taught everything that I need to know. And I recognize that every single brother who comes into my experience is another opportunity for me to learn. It's another opportunity for me to question, who am I looking at? Am I looking at their body? Or am I looking at their divinity? Right? Am I trying to justify myself and defend my own beliefs and put out my own ideas of oneness and being in this no-thing place and all of these ideas? Am I doing this? Right? Or am I stepping back and allowing the message to be given? Right? And so on that note, I just want to say thank you all for listening. And more is to come every day that we pick this up and see what message needs to be given. So I was thankful to share with y'all today the importance of being a healed healer, and I'm thankful that we all can do this together. And if there's anything within you at all that feels that you want to learn more how to connect with your true divine self and hear spirit within you, and to heal your mind so that you may help to heal others in the world, let me know. We're doing this together. We're awakening as one in truth. Not pretending we're one in this mind of oneness that, sometimes feels okay. No, all the time. Accepting who we are. Being who we are. Being the change we wish to see in the world. And we all have that choice to make within us. We just need to be led to make that choice. And we can do it together. Let's do this together. Heal our minds, healing the world. Love you all. Bye.